So you're on holiday, and what do we do when it comes to nap time with our little one? So usually when you go on holiday, you spend quite a little bit of money to get to where you're going. So naturally you're going to want to capitalize and make the most of the holiday that you spent a lot of money on. But you also know that nap time is important with your little one. So what do we do? Now, firstly, if your child is a smaller child and they're taking lots of naps throughout the day, you can have a lot of those naps on the go. They're relatively unaffected by their environment, and you can rock them to sleep at a restaurant, or you can rock them to sleep at the beach. Like, that's not too finicky when they're quite small. But as a child gets a little bit older and they start taking fewer and fewer naps, now suddenly those naps become vital. So the naps are quite important. What I like to do is I like to prioritize at least one nap a day, usually their longest nap in their cot. So for instance, if you have a 10-month-old who's on 2 naps a day, try be at home for the morning nap, and then the afternoon nap can be on the go. Or you can swap that around. Be out and about at the beach in the morning, try and help them to nap in the morning, and then in the afternoon make sure that you're back at home, that they can have a nap in their cot. So that's one thing I recommend. Secondly, I recommend that you prioritize the naps even when you're on the go. So whether a nap is on the go or at home doesn't matter, but make sure when they're due for the nap that nap happens. Whether you have to use a pram, a carrier, drive them in the car, whatever, make sure that they get a bit of a nap in. Even if it's not an optimal nap, even if instead of taking a 2-hour nap, they're only taking a 30-minute nap, that nap is still more important than having no nap at all. And then finally, if they've had a bad napping day, so they've had a lot of short naps and stuff, then what you need to do is temporarily pull bedtime earlier, just to compensate for the loss of sleep that they had during the day. So then put them down for bedtime a little bit earlier. So another thing that I like to encourage is that if you've had 1 or 2 days with a lot of naps on the go, you're going to start noticing the behavior in your child being affected. They're going to be more whiny, more needy, more niggly. And then what you want to do is you want to have one day where you're back on plan and you prioritize those naps during that day, just to get your kid caught up on sleep. And then the days following that, you can be a little bit off plan again. But when you start seeing that shift in their behavior, you're going to start realizing, oh, okay, nap times are becoming a problem. My kid is getting overtired. Let's spend one day prioritizing their naps and doing things in between their naps so that we get back on track. And then finally, if you have a much older child, I'm on holiday at the moment and I've got a 2.5-year-old going on 3-year-old. She can occasionally miss her day nap. But what we did is I pulled bedtime super early. But I do notice in the afternoon on the days that she misses her nap, she is grumpy. And we were now 2 days out and about on the beach and at a resort at the pool over her nap time. And today we're staying home. We're making sure she gets that nap in, because I can see she's starting to get extra whiny, extra needy, extra tantrumy, and I can see it's affecting her behavior. So for an older child, you can then forego that nap entirely. But what I prefer to do is even just to give her a 20-30 minute nap. Yesterday on our drive back from the beach, she fell asleep in the car, and even that short little 20-minute nap helped her so much. So even if you do something like that, that is super helpful. But yeah, still enjoy your holiday, but remember, it's a balance between what is good for your child and still enjoying your holiday. So you can kind of find a happy medium there.